What's poppin', everybody? This is Cerebral54. Darkness Ablaze is out. I've opened up a lot of packs. I didn't get everything that I needed, as usual, but I did manage to get two of these Rhyperior V. So this Pokemon, the best way to build the deck around this guy is using Qual Soul. I think that's the best method, most obvious method. But since I didn't have any of those guys, unfortunately, I couldn't trade for them. They seem to be highly valued now for some reason. I guess maybe for this guy. But I thought to myself, hey, what's the best way? What's another good way to build a deck with this guy? And I thought to myself, you know what? His energy cost is kind of flexible, just one fighting energy. The rest is colorless, so we can use Magnezone. I tried to use Rillaboom with him as well, but I think it just works out Magnezone better. I tested a little bit, and if you don't have like every card, if you have like a lack of cards, and maybe you've got these guys around, you can build a deck around this guy with him. You can also do like the Hydreigon if you manage to get that, or the Lightning Magnezone for Forbidden Light. So it seems kind of boring since this is almost 85% the Magnezone metal deck, but I promise this guy is going to be the main attacker. So the reason why this guy is good is because it has amazing HP, as good as it gets right now for regular Pokemon V. And both of his attacks are quite good. A Drill Run is always a guaranteed energy removal when it attacks. So that's very useful. Even if you can't make the big attack yet, if you can do this and discard your opponent's energy on their active Pokemon, it's going to annoy them. It just makes their strategy it's a nuisance to the strategy. It means they have to attach to that guy again, neglect Pokemon that would attach on the bench. It's a good effect. And Heavy Rock Artillery, that 210, is a good number to get KOs on V Pokemon when combined with the Diancie right here. I have this in. If this is down and this guy's attacking, you do 230, so it's like the number that Zacian V does right here. So you're going to get KOs on a lot of the regular V Pokemon. And Stage 1 GXs, I guess, if anybody plays them. You get the idea. Now, the other great thing about this guy is that since Eternatus might end up being a very popular deck, and Darkness decks in general, because of the power, he can hit them for weakness. He can hit other Pokemon for weakness too. I guess when you're fighting, it's a good type. So that's all of the great things about this guy. Plus, he's Rhyperior, so he's cool. I like the Rhyhorn Rhyperior line. Right. So everything else should be kind of standard if you ever watched one of my, well, the recent sort of Zacian Magnezone deck. This is going to be a form of energy acceleration. This Magnezone right here, you run 3 of them. You run the 4 Magnemite here with Solid Unit, give you a little bit of protection with this ability, and the 1 Magneton. So typical line right here. And I'm running some typical Pokemon you'd run in a metal deck with metal energy acceleration. Zacian V is the really huge one here. This guy's Brave Blade attack is amazing, of course. And the really great thing about this card, of course, is the Intrepid Sword. It just works out perfectly in a deck like Magnezone. Since you're not going to do much in the beginning anyway, you're trying to set up. While you're being passive, you can draw cards with this guy, and it helps you. It's like a mini Tropical Beach, you could say. Excellent card. It's popular for a reason. So, makes sense to run this guy in this deck. I've got Dialga GX in here for his GX attack. This card will still win you the game when you use this attack at the right time. It's just an amazing advantage. 5 energies is a lot, but it's definitely possible. I've done this numerous times with this deck, and I've won numerous times thanks to this attack. So this guy's very good. Just a good all-around Pokemon overall, minus the HP because it's kind of old right now. But both Overclock and Shred are useful. If, I guess, the what's it called? The Decide-Eye that blocks GX and V Pokemon, I guess it becomes popular, then Shred can hit that guy. And that Pokemon is really useless. I've also tested with that guy too. I got a bunch of them. And I did try and make a deck. It's freaking useless, but I guess if people just use it, you've got Shred as an out over here. You've got the Magnezone anyway to kill the dude. So yeah, just it's good to have the Shred attack and the Overclock. is a good drawing attack in the beginning if you don't have Zacian. Some amazing overall techs like Double V are also in here. This Pokemon is amazing once it gets going with Revenge Blast, so you gotta have it. Extremely tanky as well, thanks to Soft Wool. Cramorant V, the sniper for this deck. It makes sense to run him since we have the ability to use Spit Shot easily. And Beak Catch, also good attack in the beginning. And then I've got the support guys, the Dedenne GX and Eldegoss V. I don't have Crobat V, obviously I didn't pull that Pokemon. But even if I did, I'm not sure if it would be a good fit in a deck like this. This guy being able to discard and draw, it's kind of superior in a way, because in this kind of a deck you will have some stuck stuff like candies and what have you. So, sometimes it's better to dump and draw in this case. It's not like I'm running a lot of Magnolias either. So, right. And Eldegoss V for the VS Seeker. And Float Up is also very good. Okay, it does seem a little bit cloggy just having Diancie for Rhyperior, but I don't want just to slap this guy in here just for show. I really just do want to attack with this guy if possible. We have 2 of this. Everybody else, like every other attacker, is a tech. It's just 1 of each. 1 Dialga, 1 Zacian, Double, what have you. This guy should be our main focus. I want this guy to be our main focus. And, with Heavy Rock Artillery, his larger HP, Drill Run, he should put in the work. There's a little bit of weakness variety, I guess you could say, since we're running this guy. He's weak to grass. The other guys are weak to fire. So, I think you guys understand. It means that this guy would be better against fire. If you're playing against grass, then this guy's going to be better. On and on and on. Now, the trainers are going to be, well, standard, I guess. I mean, we're running the searching cards we got to run. Max out the damn Quick Ball to get the Magnemite and get everybody else. Dedenne, Eldegoss when you need it. Zacian, just everybody. You got to max that out. Around the 1 Cherish Ball for Dedenne and the Dialga. Just 2 targets, but it is what it is. It's not like we have a better searching card. So, this. Got the Evolution Incense. This is for Magnezone. It's just a searching card for that guy. Got Energy Search. It's very important in this case because we do need to get fighting energies for this guy too. So, 2 of this. It almost makes me feel like I'm playing, the good old Emperor with Rayquaza EX, Raybor. So, that's kind of neat. But this is why that's in here. You need energy searching either way. Ordinary Rod for a recovery card, very, very important. And 1 energy retrieval for just energy recovery from the discard pile to the hand. We've got these stadiums to get our metal energies too. 3 of them, Mount Coronet, very important. And Fisherman is the supporter version of that. Just grab 4. It's great because you can recycle this with Eldegoss V. So if you discard it, if you don't want to use it, or if you want to use it 2 times, he has that sort of edge over the other cards. It's just really, really good. You use this at the right time with Dialga. It's just perfect. But what else there is to say? I mean, the deck should be pretty typical. I run 1 Tool Scrapper. There's only space for 1 in a deck like this. I had to cut some stuff. So we can't have like millions of techs like these. Like normally I would run 2. But we just have 1 now. I think I mentioned the rare candy. You gotta have it for this for Magnezone. And I think that should be it. Double switch. It's good to have some switching outlets. 2 of these. And the rest is just the supporters. Max out the Cynthia. 1 Erica is good. Double Magnolia because I only have 2. 1 Marnie. She's good, of course. 1 Skyla, she's good, of course. And in this deck, I really like running Jasmine. If you do play second, which is the aim for this deck, you'll be able to search out a lot of the Magnemites and other metal Pokemon. I don't have... Obviously, I had to cut stuff like the... what's it called? Solgaleo Prism and the Duralant... What the fuck is it called? Dural, that new metal Pokemon from Sword and Shield. I had to cut those for Rhyperior V. I had to cut a few stuff. I had to put in Diancie too. So, there were some sacrifices. So you won't be able to get the variety of metal Pokemon like before. But the aim was that you can get, these guys at the end of the day, even this guy and Zacian. So, you do have some options, I guess. I mean, worst comes to worst, it's an instant searcher like the evolution instance to get like Magnezone, or maybe you can even get Zacian, one Zacian. It really just depends, but she's just one copy, so it's not like it's gonna clock too much. But anyway, I just like her. She's Jasmine, Gen 2. I got the full art as well. Why not run a few different cards in our decks? Okay, and all that's left is the energies. You gotta have the 3 fighting energies for Rhyperior, this sort of style, just like the Rhyperior. And then the rest, 8 metal energies. That's basically it. So, I've tested with this deck. Obviously, Zacian is good, Rhyperior is good when he can attack. Your problem is going to be always yourself. This deck cannot be as consistent as the best of the competition, no matter how many Dedenes and consistency cards you slap in. When you're trying to get a stage 1 out, or stage 2 out, excuse me, when you're trying to gather energies at the same time, you're trying to get a stage 2, gather energies, all that stuff, it's difficult. You're going to have, there's a very thin margin for not getting what you need. What can I say? You don't want to be getting half of the shit you need and then pass because you can't do anything. But it's the reality of this deck. When it flows, it's going to be very rewarding and very enjoyable. I'm going to show you guys a bunch of matches anyway, so you can see it in action and use it or modify it if you like. So, I don't know what I'm going to show next. I did get a bunch of the Darkness Ablaze cards, but it's always you get a few of the pieces, not enough to show decks. Like, the other deck I could have shown was Decide Eye, but that deck is useless. I did win some matches, but it's just so useless. People can play around it. I can go all day about all of the flaws that that card has, from the HP, from the attack, from even the ability. But anyways, and now it's going to be Rhyperior. God damn it. Yeah. So, hope you guys enjoyed this deck video. Hope you guys subscribe, leave a like, and share this video with your friends. And I'll see you guys on the matches. Zero Final 4. What's say?